Hey guys, it's been a while since I made a video. I don't even know why I'm making one. I know a lot of you guys have been following me for a while. And yeah, I mean, things are just tremendously worse, as they have been getting for the last 7.5 years. And I hesitate to even make a video because I don't want any suggestions. And this video may make everybody on this station unsubscribe. I really don't care. I mean, I could go through the symptoms that are worse. I mean, my fatigue is to the point where I can't really take a 30-second walk without getting extremely fatigued in a way that my muscles just do not like to respond anymore. Any type of physical activity is just too much right now. Even my body taking deep breaths, it just does not have the actual energy to do it. And if you've experienced fatigue in this sort of sense that taking a nap won't help, then you understand. This is not something where you're tired and chronically fatigued, where your muscles and your body just does not work, are entirely different things. My awareness, my perspective, my vision, it's really a really bad sense of being more and more disconnected from my physical body. Whatever you want to call it, dissociation, feeling like you're just drunk all the time and out of control, feeling like you don't have a filter anymore, feeling like you don't, that manifests like knocking things over even more, dropping things, not knowing where your body parts are. My joints are just horrible, especially like my knees. Like if I squat down to pick something up, I need help to get back up now. My digestive tract has been unusually flaring, the worst in my entire life over the last, I would say, month. Out of nowhere, nothing changed in terms of anything, in terms of food, diet, supplements, lifestyle. It's just all of a sudden, like, it is just like, and it's been bad for, since this began, but this is like nonstop. It came out of nowhere. And, so, I'm seeing smart, intelligent physicians and doctors like I always have, and they always have their ideas, and they always have their supplements and their shit, and nothing ever does anything. Nothing ever makes a dent. And so on top of just physically feeling very ill all the time, there is just like this very deep sense of loss and hopelessness that it just overtakes you, overtakes me all the time, especially knowing that I cannot stop this cycle and this progression of getting worse. It's been almost 8 years, and there's been nothing I've ever done that's ever even stopped it, even for like a month. It's been an addition, and right now I feel very, very ill, so sorry if I'm talking like this, but it's just been an addition and a worsening of everything. So yeah, I have all my physical stuff, like my joints. I mean, the biggest thing since I've made the last video are just way more depersonalization, way more just feeling less and less like you, and it becomes just like a memory that you try to hold on to of how you used to feel and how you used to think and how you used to be able to interact and how you used to like be able to communicate, or I don't even know how to describe it. You only really know what it's like as if you've ever gotten like really sick like this. So there's that, which is all this like physical energy, emotional. My brain just feels really, I don't know the right word, just retarded. You just feel like you're, like, it's just the brain fog is just out of this world. And that shows up in social interactions. Like even if I'm like saying, talking to somebody, I just like can't pick up on social cues. So there's a lot of autism stuff going on for me, which I'm not autistic, but I have symptoms of it just because I'm too tired to pick up on like social cues. I'm just too like, I don't have the energy to like keep up with something. So I'm very like disconnected from other people, as a result of just feeling totally sick and disconnected from myself and disconnected from everything. So I have all like those physical symptoms, the emotional stuff, But there's like this very big looming sense of, I don't even know the right word. It's just this like, it feels like my world is collapsing in on itself, because a lot of my symptoms are these, you know, how I actually feel, or how I actually like, it feels like, I mean, visually, you know, I've been talking about that for 7 years. Visually, it's really bad, even though I have perfect vision, which, you know, I just saw an eye doctor. It's fine. I don't have anything, but it's hard to describe. But there is this fast escalation that's been happening, I would say, over the last 5 months. So I moved to Arizona in mid-April. Brand new house. It's not a moldy house. But I felt better here for about a month, and then it's been a very, very quick, even faster decline here than I ever experienced in California, where I left. And this is like a brand new house. The chances of it being horrendously moldy are extremely low, especially in this type of humidity. So that's not what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know if it's correlated, but I think it is. I mean, at this point, people have suggested like go camping in certain areas. The problem is like, I don't camp. I don't know how. When I moved here, I literally brought nothing into this place that was from my old condo, just to be totally safe. So I did that right. Anyway, there's a lot I could talk about, but there is just this overwhelming sense. And when you get really fatigued, where it's like difficult to walk, difficult to breathe, difficult to stand up, difficult to like get out of bed, where it's like you feel, you know, a lot of like POTS symptoms. My heart rate's all messed up. I just feel like I'm gonna like pass out. I need to lay down. Like the feeling of like I'm on the computer trying to get some work done, and that is getting so much harder, where I literally just like slouch over, my eyes just go glazed and cross-eyed, and I can't snap myself out of that kind of just stupor for sometimes like 3 minutes. I'm just like, fuck, I can't snap out of this. Like, it's like this feeling of, you know, and the scary part is that I'm not leveled off. So if this was where my body decided to like stop for like a year, I could create a life around where I am now, if that makes sense. The biggest challenge and the biggest thing that is the scariest part, that really, really is absolutely terrifying, which I've been talking about for years now, is that I continue to get worse and there's nothing I can do to stop it. So it's as if, well, it's not as if, I mean, I haven't been diagnosed with, you know, Alzheimer's or dementia, but it's as if someone was, and they are completely helplessly losing themselves at a very young age, from a physical perspective, but also from an emotional and identity perspective. And not just identity like, oh, I used to be an athlete, now I'm not. No, it's like an identity of like, I'm forgetting who I was. And I'm forgetting kind of like what it feels like to be me. I can't, it's way deeper than just like, I used to be an athlete, and now I broke my leg, and now I can't ski. It's like, no, that's so stupid. Like, this is like a gazillion, this is like, it's like you're, I don't know how to, I can't think of the right words. So yeah, I mean, that's the scariest part. It's just I keep going downhill, and I keep trying all these things, and I keep going downhill, and I keep try this protocol, try this. Oh, this doctor thinks it's definitely parasites. Try this. Or, oh, this doctor thinks it's definitely this. Try it. It's like, it doesn't do shit. Nothing ever does anything. Let me turn on some more light in here. So anyway, guys, I just thought I'd make that video. You know, like, I'm over trying like protocols. Like, at this point, there's not some magic herb or some magic binder or some magic anti-parasitic or some magic anything. I really don't think I'm at a point where I'm like one supplement away from turning this around. Just because I've never experienced that, and I've explored basically so many of the different kinds of things, like everything, you know. So like, if you watch, you know, for the 5 people that watch this video, the 1 person that watches this video, I'm not really asking for anything. I mean, you're welcome to give a suggestion if you want, but part of the problem is that there's always more to try. And there's always more so it's like there's always like a new peptide. There's always a new, I could try SOT therapy, which is like, like phage therapy. I can go to this clinic. I can go to, go do stem cells at StemAid, or go do, go to Sophia Health, go see Dr. Klinghardt, or go to Biologics, which used to be called the Hansa Center. I could go to all these places. Go to, I have a friend who got really well spending 3 months in India at an Ayurvedic clinic. I mean, like, there's always things to do, but it's like, it's not helpful at a certain point. It's like, I don't want to hear it, because first off, I can't really fly by myself or travel by myself. I'm at the point physically where, like, I would need a helper. Secondly, it's like, it's a lot of money to do all these things, but really it's like, I need someone to be with me now. I can't just like get on a plane and go somewhere. And I just have so little hope that anything will ever work anymore, because nothing ever has. And there isn't some area that, like, I haven't explored, like, at least to a degree, if that makes sense. So anyway, I thought I'd update you guys. I mean, again, I don't even know if anybody watches these videos anymore. I don't know why you would. This is a kind of a negative video, but there's nobody who would see me knows how sick I feel, or how kind of depressed and whatever word you want to use, how out of it I am. The world, no one could tell the world I'm living in. It would be, it's not visible, and it's not visible on video, in person. It's nobody knows. Nobody knows. It reminds me of that movie Get Out. And there's that scene where the main character, when their body is being, when he gets hypnotized by that lady, you see them falling backwards into this black hole, and he sees himself way in front of him getting smaller and smaller. It's a feeling. It's a similar feeling than that, where you're like, I am losing myself. I mean, I'm sure it's what everybody who has dementia experiences when they decline. Well, I'm not sure about that, but I can imagine. Where those moments where they're like, fuck, I'm losing myself. Fuck, like, that is a feeling that is very, I mean, that has to be on like a top 3 list of the most terrifying things in the world to experience. I mean, I'm just making that up. I mean, because it's not like physical pain. It's like losing your identity in a way that you're watching yourself lose it. You're watching your brain go. You're watching your body. Well, not only your body, like, there's even a difference between, like, okay, I have my full body, but like, and I'm not trying to like diminish anyone else's other experience, but there is a difference, like, I have my body, but like, I lost my limbs. Okay, but you're still you. And I know it sucks that you don't have your legs anymore, but like, you're you, and I'm not trying to diminish, but I think there is something different than just like a physical illness or a physical issue. Like, people who deal with like chronic nonstop pain, that sucks, because that affects their emotional, their spiritual, their identity. So there are like, what's the word? I don't know, carryovers between different things. And I don't want to compare. I hate when people compare things, because it's really not fair. But I say that, but then I also do think that there are different levels of suffering. And so it's like, I say don't compare, but I do compare, because there are different, there are just things that, unless you've experienced things, it's like, when you just don't know. So I'll end the video there. I feel very ill right now. I should probably try to figure out a way to get on with my night, and that's it. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm just sharing to kind of share. All right, bye.